Hello everybody, welcome back to our little orchard. It's a little bitty orchard. There's been a few people who have commented a few different things and a few minor changes. Mainly I added 2 mods. I've probably put a link in the description. I can't promise that. I will try to remember to put a link to a Google Doc that has the mods that are in the game as of this moment in time. There were 2 suggestions. One was to sell both my Ross boxes and my little tractor and buy the VW because it has more capacity. And I kind of thought about it. I was like, that's actually a really good idea. I could do that. And then I thought about it a little bit more. And I was like, but I need a plow, right? And I put in a plow. But it's an $11,000 plow. And I was like, oh, well, bugger. But I need a tractor for that. Now, also, that little V-dub is just too... I mean, that V-dub is not supposed to be running on the ground. Like, well, yes, it's supposed to be running on the ground. That's not my point. It's supposed to be running on pavement. It's not... I mean, I know what a VW bus looks like. I've hung out with one. I've helped restore one. So they're not going to be going off-road into this stuff that we have. Especially if it gets mucky or anything. So I'm thinking what we do is what we can do is we can sell the next load of olives and plums that we have. I realize my plums are probably already grown, but I want my olives to grow. There we go. I think we sell this load, then we should be closer to the $11,000 we need for the plow. Someone pointed out the best way for me to get going here is probably going to be to do a little bit of grain work. Now, there's a downside to that. I have to harvest it. So I'm going to need to get myself a harvester that is cheap and cheerful. Not something I have right now. So, to that end, if you are so inclined to be so kind as to give me a good harvester, what should I'm gonna need a harvester, I'm gonna need a seeder. I mean, that's my problem. I'm gonna need all that kit. It does make me wonder if maybe I shouldn't dump the tractor in the Ross boxes and go with the V-dub. Ignore the fact that it couldn't actually, you know, manage in a dirty, wet field very well. Perhaps that's what we need to do. Because I think with this load here, we're going to be back up, whoa, close to being able to afford the V-dub. What if I sold one Ross box and then, no, you know what? I think that might be the best way forward might be to go with the V-dub over the Ross boxes. And it's a V-dub. But I'm kind of hesitant to sell my tractor, only because I know I'm going to need this sucker. There's no way we're going to be able to get away without having this tractor. We could sell the boxes, we could keep the boxes. Hold on. What is the maintenance I'm paying on this stuff? 20... Nothing on that. Right. I'm paying $68 a day in maintenance on my equipment. What is the maintenance on this thing? $20 a day. It is cheaper in a daily. But the Ross boxes aren't going to hurt me. So you know what? I think I'm going to keep the Ross boxes. I'm going to buy this. Yeah. Yeah, let's do it. Nice blue color. I think that'd be good for that thing. All right, let's take this guy back. And my idea is the Ross boxes, whoa, because they don't cost me anything to keep them. If they were costing me like 10 a day, I'd be like, nope, they got to go, right? Because I don't need that drain on my finances. But having the tractor makes sense. We're not... In reality, we would actually need the tractor to do any maintenance around the trees. I mean, eventually we're going to need to mow. Buy a mower one day. And we're going to need the tractor for that. We're going to need the tractor to do a little bit of plowing. We're going to need the tractor to, you know, do the general maintenance around the farm. So I think I'll keep the tractor for now. I'm going to crash, though. What I think I'm going to do, though, I'm going to try to put these Ross boxes up really nice. Like that. And then we'll grab this guy. We'll see if we can stack them. Think we can stack them? You think I can stack them? That's probably the better question. Not that. Can people stack them? Yes. Can I stack them? Yeah, maybe not. Oh, what am I stuck on? A door. I'm stuck on a door. All right. Absolutely no spatial perception. That's good. Yeah. Ah! Okay, you know what? We're just set them like that. That's good. Now we're going to put this thing right here. So, there we go. Good spot for that. And then we'll put the tractor in here. All right. Here's our new truck. Oh, it sounds beautiful. Oh, yeah. Good engine note there. Whoa. All right. Got ourselves our little V-dub. Wow. All right. We'll put mud tires on it. Yeah. Wow, there's actually olives on this. How are there olives on? Oh, I guess the hour rolled over. It did roll over. Okay. So we'll be able to collect a little bit more olive. I mean, it's like 12, but you know what? At this point, every olive makes us money. Whoa, 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 whoa. I have gotten stuck somehow. Let's not do whatever I just did. Whoa! Okay, we're going to have to turn this sucker down on drive control. Alright, that should help. Alright, that is help. Whoa! Okay, we got that all aboard. Alright. It's actually going to work out really well. So next time we'll be able to empty this whole plot at one shot with the bus here. The old V-dub. Nice. Cool. Alright, now we can head out. There we go. Alright, we can... Okay, it's a little bit too much. Good thing I don't have to pay damages. Jeez. Alright, I think 30 is an acceptable speed on dirt roads. Yeah. In a vehicle like this, I think 30 is an acceptable speed on dirt roads. All right, this is gonna be cool. All right, we have $2,000, which means we'll get absolutely nothing new. Oh wait, we just bought something new. Never mind. We will not be expanding the farm this particular episode. But I think Dark Emperor was right that I should get this, by the way. It was Dark Emperor who said, "Here, get the bus." All right. So I think that was the right thing to do. I just didn't sell everything like he said to do. All right, let's get our, what are they, plums? Yeah, I think it was plums we planted. I done forgot. Okay, I think 30 kilometers an hour is an acceptable speed for this thing, yes. It's really nice. I wish maybe there was a different color to the dashboard. Maybe I should look at restoring this thing. Maybe that's a thing I should do. Do a little resto, you know? Do a resto mod, put a bit. No, we don't want to put a big engine back there. That's silly. That's silly talk. There's actually a Volkswagen dealer here in Colorado that they have a Volkswagen bus fully restored, like numbers matching everything. Like the bus itself was, they did it there at the dealership. It is a beautiful looking vehicle. It's actually really neat to see it too. The only thing that they did is this one here. This one shows just a AM FM radio. They put in a tape deck. Not a huge leap for the 1970s. It's not an 8-track. I asked. They're like, no, they couldn't find an 8-track to replace, so they had to go with a tape deck. But still, that's pretty cool, you know? Basically, the dealership used the dealership money to do all the restoration work, so it was really cool. Anyway. Alright, so we got ourselves 4,000 liters of plums. Whoa. Alright, well, that should sell well. That should bring us in some much needed income. We do have to go, what did we say? 11.5. 11.5 is what we need to get the plow. But it seems silly to get the plow if I can't afford the harvester. So what do we think a cost of a harvester is going to run us? I would presume we're looking at about 20 to 30K for a cheap harvester. Maybe a little bit cheaper. Maybe I can find an older one. Really old, beat up mess. Maybe. But I also got to get a seeder. Small seeders are not a... Oh wow, we only have $5,000. Small seeders are not cheap. Let's look at... What does the in-game small seeder... Whew, 15 G's. I'm going to be looking for a new seeder. So I'm going to need a new seeder. 105. No. Did I put in... Ah, no. Great. So that's going to be a problem. Mowers. Okay, 9 grand for a mower. That's not going to do me much good. Trying to think what all could I possibly manage. I'm going to load, I'm actually writing myself a note. I'm going to put in the Forscrit stuff. So the Forscrit stuff that I've reviewed, I'm going to put that in the game. Because that's some cheap equipment. But decent. But that'll give me a baler, not a baler, loading wagon. And a harvester, but it's not a real it's not a harvest. I don't want to say a real harvester. It's a chaffs. I think I think we're gonna have to presume we're gonna need like 100K. You think that's right? That I need 100K to... God, that seems an awful lot of money. But you know what? Here's what we're gonna do. You guys help me out with this. I'm gonna load the forest grit stuff, which is relatively cheap. I'm going to go look at that fog. The fog actually has some serious log errors, so I probably can't use the fog. I don't want, I'm being very selective about which mods I put in here. I want them to have no log errors, or at least minimal log errors. Nice spot for our Volkswagen. Yeah, nice little Volkswagen. Cool. I want to have it like minimal log errors, if at all possible. So I can't use that fog unless I try to. Oh, but it's got DDS error, so I can't do that. I'm gonna have to find a cheap harvester. I need a cheap sower. I need a cheap cultivator, unless I get a cheap cultivating sower, but that doesn't really mesh. So I'm gonna need a cheap cultivator. Oh, getting into... I don't think getting into grain is something I'm going to do with less than 100 grand in my pocket. I don't think so. Yeah, I'm thinking that we're not going to be getting. Yeah, I don't think we're going to be getting into grain until we have at least 100 large. We could probably take a loan for a good chunk of it, but I don't want to go completely and totally in debt, because if we run into trouble, I want to be able to back out of it. So I'm going to look around for, and you guys can help me out, a good small cheap harvester. It can even be a trailer mount or a tractor pulled harvester, because I'm totally cool with that. But it needs to have no log errors. If you don't know if it has log errors, that's fine. You can just let me know. Please don't post links into the YouTube comments. It causes all kinds of problems. Send them to me on Twitter, or you can direct message them to me on YouTube if you need to, if you don't have Twitter. So I need a harvester, I need a sower, I need a cultivator, and I'd like all of that stuff to be pullable by that U-Haul in there. If I can get that stuff in under, let's say... Say I could do that in under 50K, that'd be great. But if I can't do maybe 75K, I could probably take out enough loan to cover that. I think that's what we're going to be going for. I mean, this wasn't a super awesome episode because we basically just bought a cool bus and then harvested some olives and some plums. But we made a decision. We are going to try for grain. We're going to need to do a little bit of mod digging to do so. And if you guys can help out, that would be awesome. I'd really appreciate it. It's really hard to look for mods when you're on the road for a week and a half. All right. Hopefully you enjoyed this terrible episode. I'm sorry. It wasn't like an amazing, awesome episode. I apologize, but hey, we got to start somewhere, right? When you got no money, you got to start somewhere. We're going to make money. We're going to have some money. We're going to have a big picnic. No. All right. Until next time, keep on orcharding, everybody. Yeah, let's go with orcharding.